For this recording, I'm going to go over a couple of examples on solving equations with variables on both sides of your equal sign. So to start things off here, I notice that I have an x on the left-hand side and the right-hand side of my equal sign. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to simplify this as far as I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate my two sides again, like I had been doing previously. Right, I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit. I'm going to start on the left-hand side, and I'm going to distribute the minus sign here. So when I distribute the minus sign, I get 4x. Negative times a negative is a positive 2x. And then a negative times a negative 6 is a positive 6 here. Right, and on the right-hand side, I'm simply going to distribute the 6. So I get 6 times x, which is 6x. 6 times 1, which is 6. On the left-hand side, I still have some more simplifying to do. I can combine like terms. So 4x plus 2x, and I can combine that to get a 6x plus 6 equals a 6x plus 6. Okay, some of us can stop right here and say we have the same thing on both sides of the equal sign. This is a unique example here. Because we run into kind of an error or a problem along the way. So what we generally do is we would move the smallest variable to the other side. Well, 6x and 6x are the same, so I'm just going to start by subtracting 6x from both sides. And when I do that, I get 6 equals 6. Okay, because 6 equals 6 is a true statement. All right, our variables have canceled out. They're no longer there. We have 6 equals 6. That's a true statement. That means our answer is all real numbers. Okay, so we started off with that with kind of a tricky one. Our answer here is actually all real numbers because we ended up with a true statement there of 6 equaling 6. Okay, let's test out the next one and see if we have a little bit more luck with this. So again, I want to kind of clean up the left-hand side. So I'm going to start by using the distributive property. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times a is just our 3a. I'll put my plus 69 here. Equals 6a plus 6. Hopefully we have a little bit more luck this time. I'm going to combine like terms, so 18 plus 69. So 18 plus 69 is our 87. I still have the minus 3a equals 6a plus 6. Right. Now we're going to move the smaller variables to the other side. So I'm going to look at the coefficients in front of them. So I have a negative 3 or a positive 6. Negative 3 is obviously smaller, so I'm going to move that to the other side. And I always want to move the smaller one so that my variable can stay positive. If my variable can stay positive, then that's one less step I have to do in the long run. So the opposite of minus 3a is a plus 3a. So let's add 3a to both sides, and that is an a, not a 9. Okay. So adding 3a to both sides gives me 87 equals 9a. 6a plus 3a is 9a plus 6. All right, now this is more like one or two step equation where you just have one variable present now. Let's actually subtract 6 from both sides. And that would give us an 81 equals 9 times a. And then lastly, we want to divide each side by 9. So 81 divided by 9 is 9 equals a. And we always want to write our variables first, so a equals 9. And that is a positive 9. For the next one here, let me start by just separating my two sides. And I'm going to simplify again, so let's distribute the 6. So 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times negative y is a negative 6y. Right, I don't have any more simplifying to do, so let's move my variable. I'm going to move the smaller one. Well, negative 6 is smaller than positive 9, so I'm going to move that one by adding it to both sides. So after I add it to both sides, I get 48 equals 33, plus 9y plus 6y is 15y. And now I can go ahead and try to isolate my y. So I'm going to get rid of any adding or subtracting first, so let's subtract 33 from both sides. And that will leave me, so let's see, 15 equals 15y. This is going to work out nicely because I'm going to divide each side by 15 now and get 1 equals y or y equals 1. Because we always want to write it with the variable on the left-hand side. So y equals 1. And the last problem that I'm going to go through real quickly today, we don't have any simplifying to do, so we are going to move the smaller variable to the other side, and 3m is smaller than 4m. So let's start by subtracting that from both sides, because subtracting is the opposite of adding, the inverse there. And that would give us 9 equals 3 plus 4m minus 3m is 1m. And I'm simply just going to write that as m. Right, we need to get rid of that positive 3 that's in front of our m, so let's get rid of that by subtracting it from both sides. 9 minus 3 is 6, and on the left-hand side I'm just left with m. So to write my final answer, we get m equals positive 6.